Hello, welcome to Todd Miller TV. This is going to be a market update for October of 2013. And so if you watched probably a year ago, maybe 18 months ago, I officially declared the REO boom over. And of course we never know, but it turns out I was right because the flood of our REOs never hit the market. You know, we kept hearing from people out there on YouTube making videos that there was this huge wave of REOs that were going to flood the market and drive down prices and blah, 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 and it never happened. We heard it 2 years ago, we heard it a year ago, and it's not happened. And when I talk to our REO clients, they tell us, hey, it's not going to happen. It's, you know, we got a steady stream of a small number of REOs. It's still a lot. I mean, you know, we have maybe 10% of our market's REOs. And if you think about it, 10% of a market doesn't sound like a lot, but in a market where you have 50,000 sales a year, that's 5,000 houses. And it will increase in the next year or two, yeah. And this is why. We've had legislation passed, and I think the state is about all legislated out. I think they're done with legislation. I think the banks are done with the legislation. Everybody's kind of figured out what the new rules are. And they're just going to go back to what they were doing before. They're going to go through the process and they're going to foreclose. We are going to see a slight increase. I predict we could get up to 15% of the market being REOs, but it's not going to be a flood. It's not going to destroy the market, and the market's pretty much close to an equilibrium. Still have a lot of short sales. Short sales probably 15-20% of the market, but really 60-70% of the market are equity sales, traditional sales. They're people with equity, and the thing we're seeing are people who are taking the house they bought a few years ago as a starter home, put it on the market, sell it, and moving up. So we're seeing the move-up buyer. The move-up buyer came back, the move-up seller to a buyer. We didn't have that person for the last 6 or 7 years because everyone was underwater, so no one was moving up. They were actually moving, you know, foreclosing or short selling and moving into something smaller. That's healthy for the market. It creates more stuff, it creates more movement, which is always good. It gives people more choices, and you know, anytime people have equity, it's good. So, you know, what I predict moving forward is that what you're seeing is what you're going to get. We've been this way for almost a year. It's been tight. Prices have appreciated quite a bit, about almost 30%. It's not going to happen again. We're not going to have another 30% appreciation. Well, are we likely to have a slight appreciation? Yes. Are we likely to still see some short sales? Yes. Are we likely to still have foreclosures? Yes. And it's probably going to happen in about the same type of numbers that is happening right now. I do predict a little more REO. I just think the banks are, because we're seeing the NODs start to increase a little, you know, so I think there's going to be back on the back end, but this flood of properties never happened. And the other thing is this, is values rise, people underwater, that the number of those people go away because values are rising unless people are either underwater or they're getting close. And they're looking at going, hey, I'm close. If I just hang on this house for a couple more years, I'll have my equity back. So anyway, that's my take on the real estate market and what to look forward to here for the next few months. Anyway, that's my update, and hope to see you on another video. Thanks.